But anyway, we get on to the next segment, which is Eddie Kingston giving a casual little, I would say almost a rundown on Mr. Bryce Remsburg.
Yeah.
He drags Bryce out to the ring, and he pretty much accosts him because of Bryce basically called the match after Eddie lost consciousness, which was a sensible move. And he then questions the call, and Bryce brilliantly, and I had never seen I don't think this is ever done all that often in WWE ever, but have you ever really seen a ref give a promo, which was like, really?
I have. I couldn't tell you who did it, but I have seen ref promos. But yeah, it's a novelty. It doesn't happen often.
I have to give props to Bryce. He carried himself well. He had great points. He knew what he's talking about. He was just basically zeroed in on it. Talked about the fact that Eddie was unresponsive, and regardless of their personal life versus their professional life, in the ring, it's his professional responsibility to ensure the health of both athletes. And by not making the call last week, he would have put Eddie's life at risk. He was being responsible. And I thought that was brilliant. That was like, what a way to get over a ref's position. Like, what a way to do it and still make it, like, not the main focus of a match, but just sells you on why it's important to have refs. What a brilliant way of doing that. I was really a big fan of that there. And then Mox comes out to save Bryce because it looks like Bryce is about to get absolutely hammered, though.
I love Eddie Kingston's line there. Cut the world champ's music. That's such a power play. I did love it. And who sneaks up on Mox? And that's where I have to interject a little bit. Could you imagine how bloody happy I was to see the Butcher take the challenge? Because I haven't talked about it in detail on the show. I've alluded to that I really like the Butcher and the Blade. They are my favorite tag team since they debuted in AEW. I'm not kidding you. They are legit my favorite tag team. I know they are not objectively the best tag team, but they are my favorite tag team. I love them so much, and I was so happy to see the Butcher get the main event. He gets the title match in the main event of AEW Dynamite, and I'm happy to announce that the Butcher is indeed my friend. I asked him. He said yes.
You asked? When did you ask Butcher if he's your friend?
Yesterday. I wanted to make sure.
How did you ask him?
On Twitter.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to go check.
Yeah. You can follow me at the Only Fried One. And yes, I did. It was actually the first tweet I sent out, I believe. Because I just set this Twitter thing up yesterday.
Yes, we actually managed to get freed on to legitimately into Twitter now, which is good. Oh my god, you added Taz as well? You looking... Oh, you don't do that. Taz is not a friendly man on Twitter. Your first tweet was... Your first tweet was, actually...
Yeah.
You actually responded. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we are friends.
Oh my god.
He said so.
He just said sure. He literally is your friend now. Okay, breaking news. Freed his friends with the Butcher. Okay, that's kind of cool.
I call him Big Butch.
Does he know you call him that?
Yeah, I said it in the tweet.
Oh my god, okay. Wow. I am kind of shocked right now.
You know, if we talk about every single tweet I tweet
we're
out
talking about
so
5
much.
tweets.
Yeah. No, I mean, we can just make this Fried tweeted the show. I just called myself Fried. I'm an idiot. Free tweeted the show.
Oh god.
Let's do that.
I can't believe this, but okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was not. I thought that was just some comedy. I didn't actually think he. Well, Well, okay, I guess Freed's friend, the Butcher, give an amazing display last night against AEW champion Jon Moxley. That match, when Butcher appeared, he looked incredible. Butcher's apron, the white pants, just the towering behemoth of just a angry, athletically girthy, charged man, just ready to rain terror on Jon Moxley. Just great. Just the way he just comes in looks so good. So good. Like, there was a lot of play around Jon Moxley's leg. Like, there was a lot of power play around that there, a lot of bending and just tweaking of it. Like, Butcher really goes to town on him. Like, just good, proper, like, old school psychology play in there. Just really grinding that leg. I loved it. It was so good.
You know what? Eddie Kingston didn't send one of the flippy guys after him. No, he chose a brawler like himself to go off the Mox.
Which is smart because, again, I don't think a flippy guy would have done well against Jon. Where I feel like a real brawler would just mince it up. And he did. He really did mince it up with Mox.
No, I feel like Eddie Kingston's character is really buying into this mindset that they both grew up on the street, but Mox became an entertainer while Kingston is still, you know, the brawler, the fighter from the street, and he probably sees the same in the Butcher, so he sent him.
Yeah, there's that kindred spiritship to it. Oh, the part where he basically baits him into the barrier. Oh, just talk about a hectic spot. And then just like anytime like Moxley tries to get momentum, like he tries to constantly do runs against the ropes and stuff, but his leg is just so tweaked, just so good. But obviously, Moxley's not losing the belt here, despite Butcher's amazing efforts against Moxley. He still falls foul play of, I would say, probably a weaker paradigm shift, but that makes sense because he's such a big guy. But then he ends up getting choked out for the win. And I like
with the bulldog choke again that tapped out. That rather made Eddie Kingston pass out. Yeah,
which I think is a great choice for Moxley because again, it gives him some versatility on the younger or lighter guys. He can really wrench up that paradigm shift and just make it a big spike in DDT. With the bigger lads, he just has that bulldog choke, which is getting put over really well. Like, it is a devastating move, and it suits the brawler style so well.
It does.
Oh, just such a good match. Like, where were these matches in WWE? Like, it's the same wrestler, right? Like, Moxley was Dean Ambrose. I mean, like, why didn't they just not let Moxley do matches like this?
I don't know. They thought they knew better, I believe.
I've had some people like question Mox as a champion. I'm like, how can you question him as a champion? Have you been watching his in-ring work? The man says what he does and does what he says.
Yeah, he's great promos, solid in-ring work. He's a big name. He's objectively a good champion.
I would argue he's probably one of the best champions in the last 5 years when it comes to U.S. wrestling, because I don't want to include NJPW or anything. If we do include Japan and whatnot,
you bloody mark.
We can't downplay the achievements of Tetsuya Naito, the first double champ of NJPW, and Kazuchika Okada.
I'm not. I was just teasing you.
Just saying. But yeah, there's been a lot of amazing champions in the world. But I'd say when it comes to U.S. federations, Western wrestling, I would say Mox is definitely like in my top 5, if not my favorite champion of the last few years. Like, he is just so good.
I really have to think about that. I just couldn't tell you who's my favorite champion over the last 5 years. Ooh, that's difficult.